Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Capricorn, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link and my official Instagram, both listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Capricorn, I hope that you're doing well. I'm going to be using 2 decks for your reading today. The first one for the overall energy will be from the Human Spirit Oracle deck. And the tarot portion of your reading will be with the Good Tarot. And at the end of the reading, I'm going to pull a charm from the bowl just to get any last minute messages from Spirit. The cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Angel, spirits, guides, what messages do you have for Capricorn? Thank you. Oh my goodness. Does this have to do with a love interest? Doesn't have to be, but it feels like it could be. Number 29, which corresponds to the number 11 card, the Justice card of the Major Arcana. Libra energy. Libra could be in a prominent placement in your chart, or you could be dealing with a Libra, and the card is head over heels. Now I say head over heels in love. Interesting, because I heard this tinge of sarcasm with that statement. The idea of being head over heels in love and being suspicious of that. Love at first sight. Those kinds of issues. It's too impractical. It's too improbable. I've just heard somebody's voice just say that. It's too improbable. So there's a lot of, I feel some cynicism coming from somebody. Just take it as it resonates. We'll see if it ends up being a love reading. It does reek of love. Okay, but now Spirit just said, but it doesn't have to be for other, it could be for self. Love of self. Falling in love with yourself, which is the best thing that you could ever do. That's the best gift you could ever give to yourself and others, is to love yourself. That's the best gift you can give to someone else, someone worthy of you. Just to be authentically and truly who you are. It is an uncomfortable process, this contortionist bending over backwards. She looks perfectly content, but think about everything that it took to be able to bend in this way. But then we come back to the flip side again. It's just like, how much are you willing to bend before you break? Are you bending over backwards for somebody? You know, love makes us do incredible things. We just want it to be a choice that not only serves our love interest, but also ourselves. Both parties should be served by your intention and your action, and the same should be reciprocated. That feels important to say. Okay, I'm gonna pull 3 cards for the base spread, past, present, future. I am not taking any reversals. Wow. Yeah, I'm talking to a very powerful Capricorn. Oh goodness. Okay. this has definitely got to be wrapped up in love. There's no doubt about it, because you got a card that hasn't popped out for anybody in this series of readings yet. And you're going to see why in a minute. So the reason why I say, oh, I'm dealing with a very powerful Capricorn, is because in your past energy, you got number 4 of the major arcana, the Emperor card. Sorry for the glare. The Emperor card. Aries energy. The Emperor embodies the power of all 4 kings of the tarot. He is the ultimate divine masculine. He's very self-assured, confident. He is an aggressor. He goes after what he wants. He doesn't stop until he gets it. He rules an empire. This is boss energy, CEO, leader, controller, somebody who has to have a lot of control. He's very adorned in his regalia. I feel like this costuming he has on, I don't know why, but it feels like furs and velvet and jewels and just heavy. Spirit just said, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Not a sentence you use in everyday vernacular. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. So you could have had to deal with a lot of responsibilities in your life. I feel like sometimes that is the fate of the Capricorn, the responsible one that can be in charge because they're just going to take care of things. But it's weird because the card is kind of shifting in my view. And like this part of the card is kind of moving and morphing, and it's like he's blending into a painting. It's almost like getting lost into the background. Like, is it possible that you could be the CEO of a company and be completely overlooked or ignored, or it's not to say ignored, but it's almost like Spirit's giving me the example of the reliable person or the reliable sibling. Okay, if you're the sibling that always has things under control, then your parent doesn't need to worry about you because you've done your homework. You got your part-time job, you're handling things as a kid. Your parent doesn't have to worry about you, but they have to worry about your younger sibling who's just an absolute train wreck and juvenile delinquent, what have you. And siblings like that can overtake you, and then you can get lost. It's like you can get lost being the person who's always reliable because no one thinks that you need help. No one thinks that you need love, care, because you're the one caring for others. That's what I mean by invisible. Interesting too, that your sign is like, what, the Minotaur? It's like half, I don't know, goat, half human, whatever. But for some reason, your cover art, see that? It looks like the muzzle of this lion. And you remember when I said it just felt like you were bleeding into the background? It's almost like this is saying to me, I'm here, don't you see me? Can you see me? It's like all this going for you and you're still asking the question, does anyone see me? It's your past energy. I'm hearing a George Michael song. Is it George Michael or Wham? It's a song from the 80s that goes, I'm not gonna sing it, but it just goes, somebody tell me why I work so hard for you to give you money. It's just like there's all these other sounds in there. Somebody tell me why I work so hard for you to give you money. And now you tell me that you're having my baby. I'll tell you that I'm happy if you want me to. And those are all the lyrics that I can pull up. It's a very old song from the 80s. I don't even know what that song is called. I don't even know if it's when George Michael was with Wham or if it was his solo career. And now you're telling me that you're having my baby. I'll tell you that I'm happy if you want me to. Sorry, I just need to like work it out because basically it's, I don't know if I've ever referenced that song in a reading before, but it's a good song. But it's basically giving me the impression of like being somebody that's just like worked their tail off to try and be the provider. And then at the end of the day, it's like not really being seen. So I feel like that storyline could have been with a past partner, because you did get the head over heels card, and it's a very happy energy that I get off of it. So it's kind of like maybe we're trying to heal that past. Let me get a clarifier for the Emperor. And a clarifier for the Emperor for Capricorn, please, Spirit. Thank you. Two of Fire. Two of Wands. It left you feeling like, the Spirit just said the word despondent. Two roads diverged in a wood, you know, Robert Frost, that poem. Looking at the fork in the road, trying to decide going left, going right. Wondering if a new path was what was needed, and I dare say that that's what you decided. We're getting perspective though. The giraffe always represents spirit in this card to me. So you're getting some height, you're getting some perspective. This is your past energy. I think you got fed up of a situation where you were kind of putting in all the work. And what yielded from that maybe backfired on you. And then you had to make a really tough decision on where you were going to go next. You didn't have a lot. You weren't carrying very much. It's like the shirt on your back. Let me get another card for the past energy for Capricorn. Queen of Fire. Yeah. I don't feel like this was your energy. I feel like this was the person that you, and if it's not romantic, it could be a friendship. It could be a sibling or a parent. It's interesting too. You see how, I never noticed this before, but you see this heart, that candle that she's holding, there's a faint image of a heart, but it's almost like it's phasing in and out. It's like the heart doesn't know if it really wants to be there. It's phasing in and out like the flicker of a candlelight. Queen of Fire is normally somebody very confident, very attractive, powerful. But it's this sense, though, that it's like the love was fickle. I just saw 1616 as I said that. The love was fickle. Where are you in the present energy? This kind of makes sense. Step into the present energy and you got the Five of Water, or the Five of Cups, which can sometimes be a card of sadness, melancholy, in some cases depression. Just take it as it resonates. You know your situation. Spirit, this came out in the last reading too, and I said, and I'm going to say it again, Spirit by your side. Spirit always by your side. But it's the sense when I look at this card that things have been left behind. Like, she's got her hand on her head like this, but her arm is extended back. Like one last vestige of reaching back to the past, but not looking anymore. Like, it's like you're reaching back to the past, but you're not looking at it. It's like you can't bear to look at it, but you want to reach for it because maybe it was enticing, because maybe you used to be something. You used to be the hottest partnership that there ever was. But things slowly took a turn and you had to make a decision on where you were going to go. And I think that you walked away from something. And there could be a little bit of sadness wrapped up in that. A lot of sadness, maybe. Can I get a clarifier for the Five of Cups, Five of Water? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. I think this is, just take it as it resonates, okay? Because it's not going to be for everybody, but Ten of Fire, Ten of Wands, burden. This feels like a divorce. Because it's almost like all these sacred papers going up in flames. And you're looking at them one by one. That's what makes you upset. It makes us very upset when we look at the demise of a relationship and then you start nitpicking at every single thing. You are well within your rights to do that, but it is so unhealthy for your spirit, right? We don't want to make the same mistakes, especially when it comes to love. But it can almost be like an obsessive. Look at the two hand gestures, right? She's got one hand here and one hand over here, like back behind her, just like this. See how it mirrors each other? You don't want to repeat the same mistakes, but at the same time, you know that it's just like you need a new beginning. Ten of Fire talks about going back to the Ace of Fire. releasing the burdens so that we don't have to carry them anymore, and we don't have to drag them around with us, right? We want to travel light. When we do that, though, when we release something, we make room for something else. And so the future potential is beautiful. It's the King of Fire. And I want to point out to you, you see? But look at his face, right? He's older, wiser. The sun is behind him, though. The sun being the most benevolent energy in the tarot. Illumination, clarity, abundance, light, light-giving energy. Light equals life. And now it just seems like two souls coming together. One has the lock and one has the key. This feels like a gesture, an offering. I don't know, maybe you're getting engaged. Spirit just said a little worse for wear. Because I'm looking at this old man's face. And it's still beautiful, you know, but it's like when the mask of the past came off. Yes, there's something really beautiful to be revealed there, but there's a little bit of like tiredness, fatigue from having to carry so much burden, right? It takes its toll. And yet the sense of love is bolder and stronger than ever, right? Even though these are counterparts, look at that heart and look at this one. And you tell me which one is stronger. Ooh. A whole bunch of cards came out. I'm just gonna show you the top one because I'm not gonna take long. It was like, I don't even know, 15 cards. The card that bounced off as a clarifier was number 18 of the Major Arcana, the Moon. The Moon can often talk about secrets, illusion, and confusion. It's Pisces energy, sometimes attributed to Pisces, sometimes to Cancer. You could be dealing with one of those signs. But when you put a moon and a sun together, sun and moon, you get eclipse energy, eclipse. And now Spirit is singing total eclipse of the heart. And now they're reminding me of the band called Heart. Till now, I always got by on my own. I never really cared until I met you. And I think and now it chills me to the bone. How do I get you alone? I think those are the words. Till now, I always got by on my own. I never really cared until I met you. It's beautiful. There could be some distance, though, between you and your counterpart. I don't know if you live in different states, different sides of town, different countries. But it's a beautiful energy. Good for you. So now I'm gonna reach in here and get a trinket. Last minute message from Spirit. Oh. It's a little bicycle. I'm getting a very specific reference in my mind. It's from a movie called Amélie, French film from early 2000s, let's say. that film is about a very unique woman who lives very much in her head, in her imagination. She's a little bit of a hermit. She does good for other people. She looks out for people. But she's tremendously lonely. Beautiful girl, smart as a whip, tremendously lonely. Until one day she meets a man that brings her out of her solitude. And at the end of the film, because of course they end up together, it's a love story, but at the end of the film, they're riding through the streets of Paris on this bike, and it's the very image that I had in my mind the minute I saw it. I saw that scene from Amelie, the two lovers on this bike taking pictures of themselves and laughing and holding each other. I really hope that this resonated for you. I really do. But apply it as you need to, and if it didn't resonate, then allow it to be for the person who it does resonate for, because it's such a path of overcoming heartbreak, but it ends really beautifully. So that's your reading, Capricorn. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you.